Here in this video, we'll see a problem on sectional orthographic projections. For that, here is a question. Figure below shows pictorial view of an object. Draw the following views. Number 1, front view looking in direction X. Second, top view. And the third one, sectional left hand side view. So this is the question given to us. Now, before we start the question, we should know how much is the total length, height and width of the object. So here, when we are looking along X direction, that is going to give me the front view. Then the direction Y which has been given, it is for the left hand side view. So here, when we are looking from front, in that case, the length of the object and the height is visible. Width is not visible from the front view. So when I am looking along X direction, the length of the object is 170 mm. Then the height of the object is, here the distance is given from the center to center, that is 60 mm. Next, from the top center up to the top, here the outer radius is 20, so it is 60 plus 20, that is 80 mm from this center up to the top. Next, below this it is 20 mm, so that gives me 80 plus 20, that is 100, and 15, that is 115 mm as the total height. Then the total width, for that we have to look from left hand side, and here the total width is 55 mm. So once we know the total length, height and width of the object, we can go for the spacing. That is, here I'll explain where to draw the front view, top view and side view. Now in this case, in the problem, the method is not mentioned. That is, either we should use first angle or third angle method of projection. If nothing is given, we should always go for the first angle method of projection. So for that, now in case of first angle method of projection, front view is there in VP. But if it is on left side or right side, that we have to understand. And for that, we have to look for the side view. Now we have to draw left hand side view, and left hand side view should be drawn towards right hand side. It means side view will be on right, and just adjacent to the side view there will be front view. So front view will be on left side, below the front view there will be top view, and over this side there will be side view. Now as explained, in the front view, the length and height are seen. So I'll draw a rectangle of length 170 and height 115. So length is 170 mm. Height is 115 mm. Just below the front view there will be top view, and from the top the height is not visible but length and width are visible. So I'm projecting the length downwards. Width is 55 mm. Inside this rectangle, I'll draw the top view. Measuring 45-degree angle. Now, in case of side view, the length is not visible, but height and width are visible. So height, I am taking it from the front view, width from the top view. Projecting the width. So inside this rectangle, I would be drawing the side view. Now once we have understood the spacing part, let us go for the solution, and in that I'll start with the front view first. Now looking from front, that is along x direction, the first thing which is visible to me is this base plate. The base plate is having height 15 mm and it is there throughout the length. This base plate is seen. Then when we are looking from front side, in that case, this surface is also visible. So first I'll locate the center for this surface, and that center is, if I see here, that is 20 plus 75, that gives me 95 plus 40, that is 135 mm. So at 135 mm from the left hand side is the center for this portion. Projecting a light vertical line by taking a distance of 135 mm, I get this center. Then after taking 15 mm, at 20 mm height is the center. So here I had located the length where this center was there. Now after 15 mm I have to measure 20 mm. It will give me the height where the center is located. So from here I'll draw a light horizontal line. Here there are two portions. One is the semicircle, other is the internal circle. The semicircle is having radius 20 mm. So from this center I'll take 20 mm distance as the radius, keeping this center this much as the radius. I'll draw a light semicircular portion. Next, inside this there is a circle of diameter 20 mm. So for that I'm taking radius 10. So here there is a circle. Then this semicircle will be extended downwards by 20 mm to join this surface of 15 mm height. Then after this, along the same center, if I see, at the top also there is one circular surface. the surface which I am shading here. Now I locate its center. So the center to center distance is 60 mm. So over this vertical line, I'll measure 60 mm and get this center. Through it, I'll draw a light horizontal line. These two circles, when we see here, outer circle is given as diameter 25. So for that, the radius is 12.5 mm. So from this center, I'll be measuring 12.5. Then there is an inner circle inside this whose diameter is given as 10. So radius is 5 mm. Taking that radius as 5. Then even from the front, this rib is visible, which is having a length of 5 mm. So for that, from this center, I'll measure 2.5 on one side, 2.5 on the other side. That gives me 5 mm. Projecting a light line and getting this rib. Then looking from front, in that case, here there is an arc which is having radius 20 and the center is same. So for that, I'll take radius 20 mm from the center. So here I've taken radius 20 and then I'll draw a light arc which is a quarter circle, and then when I see in the front, in that case, this quarter circle is being connected to the bottom, so we'll get this surface by joining this quarter circle with this portion. So I'll just connect them with the help of light line. Then on the other side, I'll start drawing this surface. This is a little bit complicated surface which we have to draw here, and for that, here as I see from this center there is an angle of 30°. So when I would be taking 30°, I'll get this center line, and that 30°, if I see it is measured with the help of this point here. That is nothing but this center line. So here I'll be taking 30° from this point. Drawing a light line. Next, after that, when I see here, from this point itself, here there is a radius of 65 mm, which will give me this center line. So next, I'll be drawing that center line by taking the radius as 65 mm, directly marking it onto this 30° incline line. So measuring radius as 65 mm. Then where this 30-degree line is cutting this center line. As I can see here into the diagram, there are two semicircles. Inner semicircle is having diameter 15 as can be seen here. So its radius will be 7.5. So measuring 7.5, drawing this portion. Next, similarly, after taking 30-degree, there is another angle of 60-degree where I'll get the other center. So after measuring 30-degree, whatever remains, that is 60-degree, because this complete angle is of 90-degree. So I'll just extend this horizontal line. Then, keeping the same radius, I'll draw the inner circle here as well. Then the outer semicircle is having radius 15 mm. So when I would be drawing that radius, I'll get this surface which I am shading here. Taking radius 15, I'll draw this semicircular part. Similarly from here. Next, after completing these portions, I need to join them, keeping the same center. So from this center up till here, I'll draw a light arc connecting both the semicircles. Similarly for the inner semicircles. So I'm getting this portion. Then when I'm looking along the x direction, that is for the front view, here I'm getting a surface which is connecting this arc and the inclined portion here. So for that, here I am going to draw a tangent connecting both the surfaces with the help of a light line. So next, after reaching here, the quarter circle which I have drawn, I'll extend it slightly, and now I'll draw the tangent connecting them. So this portion will extend slightly, means after the quarter circle it is slightly there. As I see here, it is a continuous curve. Then I have completed the drawing up till here. Next, on the other side here there is radius 5 mm. First I'll get this arc. So measuring radius as 5 mm, I'll draw a light arc. Next, which is connecting this surface, projecting light horizontal line, then measuring 15-degree from here, extending it slightly so that I get the tangent here. So here there is this inclined line. So I get this surface. This much is the visible part which I have shaded. So at first I have to make these parts dark. So let us start with making them dark. Here there is this inclined line which is a tangent. So here I'm making these portions dark. Next, here I'll draw the center lines. Now after completing the front view up till here, then there are two holes inside this 15 mm height plate which are not visible along the x direction, that is in the front view. Now these two holes, they should be hidden. So it is given here, there are two holes, diameter 15, spot face diameter 30, and it is 3 mm deep. So spot face means at the top the diameter is more, and inside that the diameter is less. These spot faces are there, they are 3 mm deep, so the external diameter is 30 and the internal diameter is 15 mm. So for that, how to draw that? First of all, I'll locate their centers, taking 20 mm from left side. Now the inner diameter is given as 15 mm. It is, there are two holes of diameter 15. So I'll take 7.5 on one side, 7.5 on the other side. So here I'll take 7.5 on one side, 7.5 on the other side. That will give me the diameter as 15. Projecting it light. Then here there is a spot face of diameter 30 and it is 3 mm deep. So for that I will take 15 mm on one side, 15 mm on the other side. Projecting light vertical lines, then taking 3 mm distance, and projecting it light. Now this is the spot face. Similarly, there is another spot face here and its distance is from the center of the spot face which I have drawn, from here to the other center, it is 75 mm. So here I'll measure the distance of 75 mm. We already have this distance, that is the radius for the inner circle. Then for this spot face having diameter 30, I'll measure its radius. Projecting light line, and then this 3 mm gap I'll directly project it from the other spot face which I had drawn. Now these two spot faces are hidden, so I'll draw them with the help of dotted line. Then the two holes. So these are the hidden holes and the spot face. It should be drawn in this way. Then I'll mark the center lines for them. So here is the complete front view. Next, after completing the front view, I'll go for the top view, and for that the observer is at this location. So looking from top, the first thing which is visible to me is this plate, which I can say is having width of 10 mm, as I can see here as well, and the middle portion is having width of 15 mm. So for that, where the portion is connecting this surface, I should take that as 10 mm. So drawing it with the help of light line, projecting it downwards. Then over this, I'll take 10 mm as the width and drawing light horizontal line throughout. Then there is this portion having 15 mm width visible from top. For this extended portion, that is this shape where it is connected, I'll bring that point down in the top view, and this line which I have drawn after that. So measuring 15 mm over it. Then I'll make it slightly curved. Now this much portion is visible from the top. After that, looking from top, even this circular plate is having a width of 5 mm that will be visible. So its height, I'll get it, its length, I'll get it from the front view, and width is 5 mm. And that portion is starting after this 10 mm width plate. So taking 5 mm will give me that circle or the circular surface visible from top. After that, even this portion, that is the surface, will be visible from top. So getting its length from the front view, and its width is, here I can see if this is given as, the gap is 10 mm, here the dimension has been given. So leaving 10 mm from one side will give me the width. So first getting the length from the front view, and leaving 10 mm from here. So looking from top, even the rib is visible, and it is connecting the circular surface and this semicircular portion. So circular surface is here and this is the semicircular part. Length of the rib, I'll get it from the front view. So connecting this circular surface and this semicircular part is the rib visible from top. Then here, in order to avoid any confusion, I'll start making some of the portions dark. So this much part is visible. Next, when I see from top, in that case, there are two corners having radius 5 mm. So for that, I'll take 5 mm from one side, similarly from here as well, measuring that distance in the compass, keeping it over here, cutting this line, similarly here as well, and then drawing horizontal lines through them. Joining these two arcs, so this is the base plate. Then, as well as looking from top, these two spot faces are seen. They would be seen as a circle. External circle having diameter 30, internal circle having diameter 15. So getting their centers from the front view, then leaving a gap of 20 mm width from one side, getting these centers. Now projecting the points downwards. So first for the outer circle, similarly on the other side, for the spot face, then the internal circles, then I'll project the radius for the inner circle, making them dark. So making the inner circles dark. So these circles, which are the spot face, are visible from the top view. Then I can say that this much is the visible portion in the top view. Now going for the hidden part, when we are looking from top, in that case there is a circle of diameter 25 mm. Inside this block or this circle. So that is of diameter 10 mm. Diameter 25 is the external diameter for this portion. So inside that there is diameter 10, which we already have in the front view. So projecting it light in the top view, and that hole will be throughout. Then inside this semicircular part, which is here into the front view, into the front view we have projected here into the top view. Now this internal circle will also be shown as hidden in the top view, that will also be through. Next, looking from top, this internal groove will also be hidden. It is hidden. So here is the complete top view. Then I'll draw the center lines. So this is the complete top view. Next, we have to go for the side view, and that will be the left hand side view. And remember, here there is sectional left hand side view. So for that, we need to draw the plane side view first. So let us get started with the plane side view. So when we are looking from side, in that case, the first thing which is visible to us is this plate at the bottom, which is having a height of 15 mm and the width is 55. It means from the side the length is not visible. So here in the side view, I'll take a height of 15 mm. Now that height is already there with us in the front view. I'll be projecting it with the help of a light line. Next, looking from side, even this surface is visible. So at first the width is 10 mm, and then the width will go on increasing and it will become of 15 mm, then again of 10 mm. So for that I need the height from the front view, projecting them light. So this is the height within which we can say that the object will be having a width of 15 mm. So that width I'll get it from the top view of 15 mm. And then this 10 mm width will be projected, and this portion is seen up till here at the bottom. So I'll project the bottom most point also, and joining it here. Then looking from side, in that case, here this circular surface will not be visible but it will remain hidden, so its height I'll get it from the front view. Projecting both the circles, then looking from side, in that case this surface is also visible, so its height I'll get it from the front view, width from the top view. This is the height of the surface, which is the semicircular part, and here I am projecting the width. So this much part is seen from the side. Then the rib portion is also visible from the side, connecting this circular surface and this semicircular portion, so that rib is seen as an inclined line. Next, apart from that, there is a circular hole inside this semicircle which is having diameter 20, and that I can directly get it from the front view. It will be there throughout the width. Then after that, there are these two spot faces which won't be visible from the side but they have to be hidden, so I'm drawing them light, projecting them from the top view, first getting their center. So this is the spot face and the internal hole. Now after reaching up till here, since I have made everything light here, if we see the question, they have asked us to draw the sectional left hand side view. So we have to take the section, and when I take the section, after that I would be making it dark. So now let us see how that section is going to look like. If we see into the diagram, here they have given a section which is section AB, means this is the cutting plane. Now cutting plane is passing exactly through half of this object from here. So if we analyze this, in that case, when the cutting plane is passing through this line, it will cut this plate of 10 mm width. So here if we see, this plate is going to be cut, and if just I can draw roughly how it would look like. So here is the sectional side view, that is when the object is being cut about this section plane AB, it will look like this. That is, when I'm looking along Y direction, after cutting it along AB, the portion which is there in front of me, that would be removed, and whatever remains is only this part. So the sectional side view should look like this. It means along Y direction, the portion which is away from me is retained and the portion in front of me has been removed. So here this curved part will also go along with the part which is removed, and at the same time these two spot faces will also leave the diagram because they won't appear in this sectional side view. They are removed after taking the section. So I have to draw the side view in this way here, and for that I'll start making it dark step by step. This is the semicircular cylinder which I am drawing here, connected to the 10 mm plate which is there behind, having 10 mm width. This is the internal circle. Then this line will be extended up to the circle which is there at the top. Then this inner circle. Next, after completing it up till here, we can see that in this diagram, the cylinder and the plate, that is this semicircular cylinder, when the cutting plane is passing through them, they come onto the same plane like this, and there will be sectioning over all these surfaces. Then here there is a rib having 5 mm length. When the cutting plane is passing exactly through half of the thickness of the rib, in that case sectioning should not be there on the rib, so rib will remain plain, and then there should be sectioning over the plates and the cylinder. Next, here I'll shade the part inside which there should be sectioning. So there should be sectioning inside this portion which I have shaded, and those section lines should be inclined at 45 degree, and at the same time those section lines should be medium dark, that is compared to the outline they should be lighter. So here I'm using black for the dark line. For medium dark line I'll use red color, and then inside this diagram I'll take any point as the reference and draw a 45-degree line. Then drawing first light lines, light section lines inclined at 45 degree. Then I'll make these section lines medium dark using red color for medium dark lines. So this is the sectional side view. Here I'll draw the center lines. Then finally I need to give the dimensions here. So starting with the front view, this angle was 30 degree, and then the angle here, it was 60 degree. Here the outer radius is 20 mm. This diameter 25 mm. Inner circle having diameter 10. Here the width is, that is the length of the rib, 5 mm. Next, this center line was located at a radius of 65 mm. This inner semicircle having a diameter of 15 mm. Radius 15. Here the distance is 20 mm for this center, and after that the center to center distance is 75 mm. This height is 15 mm, and the angle made here is 15 degree. Maximum dimensions are there on the front view itself, so I have to give the maximum details here. This diameter is 20 mm. Next, after giving the dimensions in the front view, I'll move to the top view, and here I'll say that for the spot face, two holes, diameter 15 mm, and spot face whose diameter is 30 and it is 3 mm deep. So it is 3 deep. That is the height of the spot face. Then the plate which is there behind, having width of 10 mm. The total width is 55. This is 35 mm. Here there is 40 mm distance, and the total length is 170. Then coming to the side view, first I'll mark the center to center height. This I could have even marked in the front view, but here maximum dimensions have been given, so some of the dimensions will keep it for the side view. So marking this center to center distance first. Center to center distance is 60 mm. Then from this plate up to the center here, this height is 20 mm. This height is 15, and the total height is 115. Then after that, here this plate is ahead by 5 mm. This is having a width of 10. The total width 55 mm. This is the plain front view. Here we have top view, and this is sectional left hand side view drawn towards right. So here, as it was mentioned in the question, I have completed the front view, top view, and sectional left hand side view. Hope this was understood, and with this the problem is completed.